today we're going to be interviewing a new deck, and that deck is the Lorenzi Tarot. So what do I mean by interviewing a deck? A lot of people, when they get a brand new deck, they like to know what that deck's energy is about, to ask the deck questions and see what the deck replies with, the kind of energy that it has, and how that might help people that you're reading for. So we're going to be asking this deck 6 questions. Now this deck itself is a mix between the ancestral realm and a modern day take. So this interview I think is going to be an interesting one. The first thing I want to know is for you just to tell me about yourself. We've got the 7 of Cups. So I know this is going to be quite an emotional deck. It might be very good on picking up the energies that you're currently moving through, but I'm also drawn to this little mountain on top of this whale, which also tells me that this deck might like taking us to new heights, maybe a different perspective. Okay, now I'd quite like to know what your strengths are as a deck. And the deck responds with the Ace of Pentacles. So the strength as a deck, starting things, provoking those first thoughts about how we can start something. But this is also a pentacle. It's talking to me about that value, the value that is going to add to these readings, to see that value as a strength. So what are your limits as a deck? I quite like the fact that this one's come out. 10 of Wands. The limit as a deck is actually the end game. Those last final movements, the closure it is that you need, how to complete things. So what are you here to teach me? Now we got 2 here, and they're both swords. Now with the 5 of Swords, it's telling me how to navigate those incredibly hard moments, that bit in the journey where it's just full of uncertainty. But then we've also got something else, the Queen of Swords. This deck is going to help me get in touch more with the emotional side, caring and nurturing perspective, and that is something that's definitely needed when dealing with these hard subjects. So how can I best learn and work with you? That was quick. So with the 7 of Swords, I feel like I just have to be open. I have to be able to stretch my wings and think outside of the box and be prepared to take myself into potentially uncomfortable areas. And what is the potential outcome of our relationship? So another 2 cards. With the 6 of Pentacles first, the outcome of that relationship is one of transformation. The moth being featured heavily in this card. We're going to change. We're going to grow together. But knowing that that transformation is possible. And with the 10 of Pentacles coming out next, I feel like I'm in good hands. I feel like this outcome could be one of completion, one of abundance. It's that value within the messages that this deck wants to give. So I do feel that me and this deck are going to get along. As long as I'm open and ready to see from a different perspective, this will be the deck to go to. I really hope you enjoyed me interviewing a new deck here, and hopefully it gets you talking to yours.